Indianapolis Colts and the New Orleans Saints. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
So this defense for the Colts, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolute phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
They'll give to Kamara here on the option.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
The Saints at 6 and 2 to start play. And they come in playing really well on both sides of the ball. They've won 6 of their last 8 CDs.
And let's remember that last week that this offense, they played about as well as they possibly could play. Touchdown after touchdown. They were absolutely unstoppable in that game. They'll be hard-pressed to do it again, repeat that type of performance. But, boy, were they sensational just a week ago.
They'll go option to the short side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Yeah, this will wind up a Saints 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
19 tight, 19 tight. 19 right, 19.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 49 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
They'll look look to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. He'll look to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. The gun. They'll look to throw. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And some room to maneuver.
And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line.
So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. If my dad's an accomplished tap dancer, I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
Yeah, that he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there. And that's why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints.
Alvin Kamara, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year.
And the Saints have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The
Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 that time and a Colts first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot.
He's got a man complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 39 yards there, a big one. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
With the score, Saints 14, Colts nothing.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
They're going to look to throw.
This pass caught. It's Woods. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big 3rd down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. Now back to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive. Stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
Field goal unit and Brian Johnson out there.
Right hash, 37-yard attempt.
Johnson's kick is good.
And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3 because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run off tackle right with Kamara. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. Brings up
They'll set up a throw.
at the 30-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete.
The pass.
That'll give them 8 that time, and it'll be a third and about 13.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
The Saints on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Back to throw. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. And look at this, it's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off.
4th and short in this part of the field. You just notice special teams coordinators rallying the team saying, watch the fake for Brandon. Don't they usually say that on every punting situation?
Oh, yeah, they can be up 40 in the 4th quarter. That's their job. They scream that every time.
And this time, though, his team locked in, and they were well aware that it truly was a situation that they could fake it. And they were ready for it and stopped it.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. He'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Colts. A great effort there. 42 yards. And the Colts have cut it back within a score. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early holiday shoppers? You want those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try to throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him to the ground, and he has another 1st down at the Colts' 27-yard line.
27-yard line.
Right there, hurt.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Colts' 19-yard line.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Colts pick it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and knock it free and make it a turnover.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them humbling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Open man is Taylor. He's got it. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get it, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
That's caught by Ware.
And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. And it's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And some room to work. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
And what a game this has turned out to be for him. Remember, CD, he had the turnover earlier, and now the pick 6, that's the cherry on top.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. When you force a turnover on defense, you're the guy most excited about getting back out there and trying to force another one. How about him picking off that pass, setting his sights on the end zone? You know he wasn't going to be denied getting there either.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back to Taylor on 1st down.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead seeding. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught at the 25.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And between the last 2 plays, they moved it over half the length of the football field. Back to the ground, it's Kamara. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. He'll look to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there. With a 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Saints take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Oh, no, and it's intercepted.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Their catch made it 25 yards. The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. They go play action here on 1st down.
Pass out left, caught by Woods.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
2nd and 6.
Looking for Woods again, and he finds him.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
79 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll drop to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. They'll come out throwing here on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That time they pick up a 24 yards on the keeper. First down. Back to throw here. That is caught at the 7. And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 3rd and...
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 2-yard touchdown grab as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. They'll turn to Kamara. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked-off folks on the other sideline now.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a 1-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. He's got it. This is Ware. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to throw again. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try to throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Saints are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal.
A feather in the cap for the defender, picking off one of the league's better quarterbacks so far this season. And add another feather in the cap for the coaches, too. Excellent game plan, and add their guys aware of his ability to roll out and how to defend against it.
Well, the first play in the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And here's Kamara on the read option. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. The offense on 3rd down, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. A good pickup there, 22. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. They'll get it inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And he's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
Fair catch made at the 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he is going to have a Colts first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Going for the deep ball. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown.
Touchdown, Indianapolis.
So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 43-yard line. 92 yards on the ground for him so far. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Now back to throw. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, that situation, Charles, where it's too long for the field goal, why not take a chance on 4th down? And, boy, does it pay off handsomely.
And living with a lot of second-guessing goes with the job description when you're the head coach. And most guys nowadays, they understand and study analytics. They have someone on staff that walks them through it and then talks in their ear on game day. So they're a lot more comfortable rolling the dice and going for it.
Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Nate Hobbs.
And the Colts are going to take possession of the football. Their passing game has been spectacular this afternoon. Finally, a win for the defense.
You think maybe there was an adjustment there. Finally gained a measure of, I don't even know if you call it revenge, but got a play done against him, and that's been difficult for them all game long.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
And goal at the 4-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. From 4 yards out. And the Colts take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Pass complete once again. It's ETN. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And the Colts are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got a man. Complete. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Back to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter and find their way open.
He sets to fire deep. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And Johnson's extra point up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on all those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for New Orleans, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans.
mellow, he ain't never had time for donuts. The beat go